G'day, it's Tim from BreedELITE, and I'm excited to announce our version 8 release of the BreedELITE sheep software. An exciting feature of this release is a big increase in stick reader capability and development of our brand new smart reader system. What this is a brand new way of viewing and entering data sheep side by utilising two-way communication between the stick reader and the software. What this means for you is in most jobs you can now free up either a hand or a person by viewing and entering data on the stick reader directly. So let's jump in and see what's possible with the smart reader system. So when we go into the stick reader app, nothing looks much different when we get in here. If we connect the EID reader, you will notice, however, that you get an audible alarm on the stick reader and it says that you've got the aggregate reader connected and two-way communication is enabled. So if we look at an overview of the stick reader app, the biggest difference is within the action selection. One of the big differences in this version is that you have ordered actions. So you can select what order you want to perform the actions in rather than it be predefined based on the list. So say I want to view details, I then want to add visual data, I then want to add a condition score, and then a scrotal circumference. I can do that in that order and it will display. You may have also noticed the buttons on the right hand side of each of the action buttons. What these are is how you set up the two-way communication. There are three sections to the two-way communication. There is feedback, data viewing, and data entry. Anything with an eye on it means that it's either feedback or viewing data, and anything with a download symbol on it is for data entry using the stick reader and having it enter straight into BreedELITE. If we start to look at feedback, then one of the first things to note is that if you scan a sheep that doesn't have an RFID exist, you'll be warned on the stick reader itself, and there's a new process for that. So if we go find sheep view details and we close window and we scan a tag here, you will see that on the stick reader you get the no sheep found, you get an audible alarm, and on the software you get presented with this screen. From here you can very quickly associate a visual tag to that sheep, and once the tag has been entered that matches the database, it will go green. Once again, on the stick reader you get feedback to say that that action has been completed. If we change this to flag a sheep and we put this on, you will see that after we scan the sheep, it will say on the stick reader that you have flagged it, and if we go home to that sheep, you'll see that it is now flagged. If we then go into the next section of data viewing, we can look at setting up viewing data. If we select view details and the stick reader feedback, you will see that there are multiple things in here. To do this, you want to go through and click the order that you want to see the data in, and then once you scan that, you will see that it will show up on the stick reader. So if we close out of that window, we scan the tag, you will see that we are presented with the list of data on here. At any stage you can go back and change how many things you want to see or what order you want to see them in. We just want to see sire, name and conception method, and you can close out and once again scan the sheep and you will be presented with that data that you've selected. One action where data viewing is going to be great is, say you split your lot numbers up from 1 to 20 and then 20 to 40 using the drafter. You bring those into the shed, then you go into the stick reader. You can then leave the computer off to the side while you're penning up sheep. You just need to take the stick reader with you, take off view details and go display sale lot number, and I want that to show on the stick reader. So if we go through and scan that sheep, you will see that on the stick reader and on the screen it shows the lot number, allowing you to very quickly see where that sheep's got to go. Okay, so let's look at entering some data. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through a very quick example of how we'd go about adding a condition score using the stick reader. So if we jump in and we go, okay, I want to view details and I want to see these things: sire, sex, birth type, rear type and conception method. I also then want to add a condition score, and I want to enter that using the stick reader, so I turn the stick reader entry on. If I close out of that, I will then scan the sheet. If I press enter, it will then ask me to enter the condition score. If I want to enter 2.25, I hover over 2 and I add 0.25. You will see that you get the feedback on the stick reader, and it is also entered straight into the software. We can get a bit more fancy with this and look at visual classing and visual score entry. So if I can then go to visual data, and I want to enter a DAG score, a fleece rot score, and then I want to enter a classing grade after that. We can select our order and what we want to enter, and then I need to select add visual data in the smart reader, close out of that, close out, and then we can scan again. We can see that we have our data displayed on the stick reader. I then go enter. It's going to ask for DAG score, so I can enter a DAG score of 2, my fleece rot of 1, and my classing grade of elite. And you'll see that that is all now entered into the software straight away.
If you would like to take advantage of the brand new smart reader system, then reach out to us by phone, text or email. We've got a special on stick readers for purchases before Christmas. I look forward to speaking with you soon. Cheers.